explain means these are the we call the patterns basically. Okay, so if you see in the screen, so this is one of the stars pattern, and if you see this is the another star pattern. Like that we have some of the numerical patterns also. So these are all patterns we called in the Python. Okay, in Java also. So sometimes it's not repeatedly asking, but sometimes in interviews they're asking like they simply given on number pattern like this, and they ask you to draw this on the screen by using your Python code. That is what the expected question. So now what I'm trying to explain, some of the basic logics I will explain how to think by seeing the pattern, and like I will give you some extended how to write the logics, and then after I will share this link with you. This link having lots of patterns which commonly used in the market. Okay, you can try each and everything with the answer also. There is a code also there. You can try them. Okay, so you can try to understand the logic. That's the only requirement for this today class. Okay. So I hope you understand everyone what is the things covering now. Is it now clear, everyone?
Yes, sir. Is that clear?
Yeah. And also I'm recording this session. So once the class completed, I will even share this class also. Okay, so that you may use this class in the whenever you require. Okay. And
Okay, sir.
now I'm trying to starting one simple pattern. So before going to starting that, did anyone have any doubts? So from basic
No, sir.
patterns to advanced patterns, we'll go one by one so that you may understood also what. Yeah, I'm taking pattern one. Okay. Yeah. See now here to make it understand you people, I'm drawing the patterns also. What pattern I'm printing and how I'm thinking you can understand. See first pattern I'm writing one. Okay. So in the second line it should be two numbers, and in third line it should be three numbers. Okay. So likewise, whatever the based on the given input, like if I'm giving four value, it has to print like this four rows. If I'm giving five, it will show the 1 to 5 numbers. That is the first pattern I want to print. Is this point clear, all of you? And the pattern logic is same, Nana. So even I will show you other patterns. Like example, instead of that, some people will ask you like this also. Okay, one, and after that, see, it is like something. See, one, one, two, one, two, three. Keep on incrementing, right? Some people will ask like this to print. So first number, first row, one only will should be there. Second row, two twos. I mean that all the rows will be twos only will be there. Oh, sorry. One second. I think the PyCharm is loading. Give me some time to load everything. Then we can easily execute this. See here pattern means the shape, Nana, how you are printing the shape and how the values are generating. Two things we have to understand here. One is the shape, another one is the value printing, how the values are printing here. So here if you see like all second row all twos, and third row all threes, and fourth row all fours. So this is the another pattern. That shape is same, but the values printing mechanism is different. Okay. Similarly, like some people will ask you like instead of that the symbols, like maybe some star or dollar, whatever it is, some symbol will be also sometimes they will ask. So for that also we have to use same logic, but we have to print stars instead of numbers. So like this also some people will ask you. Okay, stars. And sometimes they may give some characters or see that's what is my idea is in single pattern. The first idea is whenever see listen, whenever someone give the pattern, first think about how the shape should be coming, the shape, that is important. Second thing, what is the values they ask, like whether they ask numbers or they ask stars or they ask characters. Like some people will ask you like this like a, and after that a b, and after that a b c, like that. See, and it depends on the person who asked. It doesn't matter how, what is the content they asked, or it doesn't matter what is the shape. If you know the basic logic and basic understanding of how it is printing, then doesn't make any complicated for you. Okay, that's what my thought process. And that's why I'm just covering all these by simply changing the one line of code, how it is changing. First I will try to get uh, the shape what I'm showing here, I will try to get. So now first point you require to understand here, give in the given how many rows, how many columns are there. Basically if you see, these are all equilateral triangles. That means all are, how many rows are there, that many columns will be there. That means if you consider this one 4 by 4 and this by 3 by 3, and if you consider this by 3 by 3, that means it always, remember, this particular shapes always coming by based on the n value. So let's take example, I'm giving n equal to, let's take 4. So based on the n equal to 4 means we have to generate 4 by 4 matrix. So first of all, remember, if you want to generate a 4 by 4 matrix in any language, you require to write two for loops. One for loop for rows, another for loop for columns. How means, see, simple I'm telling, for I in range of, okay, so you have to start with 1 and end with n plus 1, because 0 means n, 1 means n plus 1, because it has to end with n. Okay, so 5 means 5 and 3 means 3. Similarly another one for j in range of same 1 comma n plus 1. Remember, these two lines always will generate a n by n matrix, n by n matrix. That means n rows, n columns, one matrix will be printed. But how the matrix will be printed, I will show you simply. See that print, you have to give any number of symbol, whatever. I'm just starting with the star. Okay, after star we have to provide end parameter, because see, remember, this internal print will keep this j. I mentioned that already, it is indicating columns. That means one row, until unless one row completed, we can't go for second row. That means the next row, in this case if you see, first row completed, it will go for second row, second row completed, third row. That means each row we are going to new line, but within the row we are going horizontal only. That means this inner loop, as I mentioned already, this inner loop is indicating columns. Okay, so columns should be in the same row. That's why we have to provide end parameter. And here if you observe that, here it is indicating rows. So that means it should be going next line. Each row we have to go for next line. So after printing in the for loop, outside the for loop, we have to provide print, because to move to the next line, simply print, nothing to give anything, it will go to the new line. Okay, now if you see, simply I'm giving a space between the star, end means the space, I mean that what parameter you want to separate. Now I'm running this program, just understand, you will get a 4 by 4 matrix with stars. You see the output, you can easily understand now. You see that, just I'm enhancing the logic. See that 4 by 4 matrix, you got it. See that 4 by 4 matrix, if you observe that, if you clearly understand. And if you want more space, give the one more space here. Here the spaces we can control. Okay, now run it, you will get more space in between the star to star. See that, till the point any doubt, simple thing. So this first for loop I'm showing as a rows. That means how many rows we should print, and the second row will get you how many columns, because here n is already defined. So n4 means 4 rows. If you give 3, it will give you 3 by 3 matrix. See that, if you see, that is the how the matrix will be printing in Python. Or if you want random print, I'm telling just equal. If you want 4 rows 5 columns, example 4 rows means, here if you consider 4 rows, that means we have to bring with the 5. 6 columns, then you have to give 7 as a here. Unequal, I'm telling unequal, that also possible. Then don't take n value as a single value, you have to take two values, columns and rows separately. So now you see, you will get 5 rows and 6 columns. See that, you can observe that. So the only point here you require to understand, the first I for loop, the first for loop always tell you the number of rows. The second for loop always tell you the columns. That if you understand, that is more than enough for us to draw the any shape in the any shape. First of all, shape we can define by using these for loops. After that, what is the value? Here I'm printing star, but instead of star, if you want to print number or if you want to print ABC, that we can later on I will tell you. But first you require to understand shape of the pattern. So till the point, any doubt, please tell me.
Yes,
Otherwise, I
sir.
will go to the next
No,
level.
sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Done,
Great.
sir.
So now all of you clear, right? All of you.
Yes, 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 sir.
Yeah. So now you require to understand what is the what do you call it, shape they given. Now simply print like this. First step completed. Let's take example. I given 4 by 4. Assume that. Okay. So first basic structure this one. Whenever someone asks you to draw the pattern, immediately write this 4 lines of code. That is mandatory code. So simply write and run it. Whether it's getting like this or not, check out. Once it is drawn, now what is expectation? Now we require this particular lower body, we should not get upper body. So for that, what is the logic? Now you can think about. So for this shape, whatever the upper lower triangle I am telling, the very simple logic is, if ij are same, that means row number, column numbers are, see, first star, row is 1, column is 1, second row is 2, column is 2, third row is 3, column 3, row 4, column 4. That means whenever you are getting the row and column equal, you should not print it. Then you will get lower part only, you cannot get the upper part. So in this, now you require to change that logic. What is that logic? I should be equal to j, it should not exceed that. So now here, instead of n plus 1, you should write I plus 1. That's the very simple. Now it will limit it to I value only, it should not cross the I value. So now you can print it, only one change. Now you see your lower triangle came, see that. Just I change n plus 1 instead of it I plus 1. That means the j value, j in the sense the column value should not cross the row value. Here in the first row, how many columns? Only one column. In second row, two columns. That means the number of rows always should be equal to number of columns. So that's why I mentioned here in the inner loop as I value. So I is indicating rows, right? So now columns are limited to your I, not the n now. So I means it is rows. So how many, what is your row number? That many columns only will print now. So now you see we got one pattern called stars pattern, if you observe that.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, could you please tell once again? I didn't
Yeah,
understand.
see here. So what I'm trying to explain means, here in this particular lower triangle pattern, always remember, in each row, if you observe in each row, okay, the number of the row number, what is this one? First row, right? This is the second row, this is the third row, this is the fourth row. So if you observe that, the row number is equal to the number of columns in the row. If you observe the last one, what is the row number? Fourth row. I mean, sir, 4. So columns are how many there? 4 are there. If you consider the next before that, third row 3 columns, second row 2 columns, first row 1 column. That means the row number is equal to your number of columns. So row number who is indicating in this logic? I. As I mentioned already, rows are indicating by I. So that j is indicating columns. So as I'm restricting, the columns should equal to row. So that means j should be equal to I. So that's why instead of n here, I'm changing to I. Now you got it? So here what
Yes, sir.
happened, you
Means,
see, for example, I will tell you one simple execution part, okay? For example, if you consider n equal 4 only. So here what is n value? 4 means it is now 5, okay? I'm taking a static value, okay? Now, what is the first time I value? It is 1, right? Okay, now come inside. So here for j in range of 1
right, sir.
comma I, what is I value for first time? 1. So 1 plus 1, how much it is? 2. So 1 comma 2 means it will iterate for only one time. That means the star will print only one time. So here you got the only one star, and after that your outside print will be executing. Okay, so now it will go for second row. Now come again to the for loop. Now what is the I value? It is now 2. Come inside 1 comma 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 means it is 3 now. So now 1 comma 3. 1 comma 3 means it will repeat for loop for 2 times. And then it will print the stars 2 times. So that's why you are getting 2 times. Like that it will execute. And even in execution also, if you want to see the what I explained, we have a option Python. So now generally we will run by using run pattern, right? Run means instead of run, you can use the debug option. So there is a debug. So you can use debug option to understand the execution of the each line of the code. So just for that, you require to put one breakpoint here. Just double click on the right side. Once you click, it will gone, and once you click, it will come. So just enable one red dot here and run this code using debug mode. Okay. Now you see, you can understand easily the whatever I explained line by line execution. Yeah, see that it came here and it stopped here. Okay, so now, yeah, see that Now you can see clearly, Nana, what is the I value? 1. What is the j value? 1. What is the n value? 4. Okay. Now each time we can give this option to step by step execution, Nana. Click here. Now you see, now it is coming to for loop. Okay. Again click it here, and now it is going for print statement, see that clearly. And now it is going for outer for loop. Now I is 1, j is 1 still. Okay. Now go to the j loop. So now you see, now I is 2, not the 1. Now I is increment, even you can observe here also. Now j is 1, it is less than the 2, so it will go for inner for loop. You see, yeah, see that inner for loop it went out. Okay. Now coming to execute, and now see still j is repeating, it is not going outside because still j is 1. Now j will be 2. Now you see, now j is 2, see that here 2, it is 2. Again print is statement. Now if you consider what is the chain as 3 value, but 3 is not less than 2, so it is coming out of the loop. See that j, what is that, 3 night. See that here, if you see, it's coming out of the loop, and now it is come back to I value. So now I, what is I value initially? 3, right? Now it will see, it will 3 now. See I 3. So likewise it will repeat, keep on repeat, and meanwhile you can see the console also. See that 1 star printed and 2 stars already printed. Okay. So now come back to here and repeat that. Now print 1 star printed, right? Go to the console, see that 1 star printed after the third row. Okay. And now come back to here and once again run it. So now again went to print. So now go to the console, see, 1 second, yeah, now run it. Yeah, once again j went out. So console, 2 stars are there, see that. And now once again run it. Again it will come back to the print only. Okay. So now go to that. So console, 3 stars printed. So third row 3 stars completed, that means it will go for the next 26 line. 26 line means new line. So just check it out here, you see that. So it will go for next print. So now if you observe that it is went to new line, see that new line, one line added. Now once again run it. Okay, see we given, it's completed, see that. Now got it. So likewise, how many times you want to repeat this code, or how many times you can control, and you can see even whatever I told you, right? You can even, you can observe the logic how it is executing. This is the way of understanding the logic, how many times loop is running. Okay. But this is the way how you can control the logic by using this particular patterns. So this will give you 3 stars, right? What is that, 3 or 4? It should give 4, right? Yeah, sorry, we given n, right? So that's why I stopped with 1. So we have to give the n plus 1. Now it will give you 4 stars. I mean to say 4 lines. And please write this logic, Nana. Now I will change the same logic to different characterization, like how to print the ABC, how to print the 1 2 3, that all I will show you. So first write this basic few lines of code. Once you complete and tell me, Nana.
Completed, sir.
See, no. So now instead of star, if you want to print some symbol, you can just replace here. That's not a big change. Like example, if you want to change the cap less than, so now you can run. You will get the less than. So this is nothing to do any logic. So just replace with some symbol what they ask, you can get it out. But if you want to get the numbers or characters, definitely we have to do some logic. Like example, if you want to print the numbers, okay, so here two questions are there. One is whether you want to get all are equal or incremental way. Like example, so this is, if you observe here, it is an incremental approach is there, like 1 1 2 1 2 3 like that. But if you see the second approach, all are equal numbers are there. So for that also nothing to do anything from our side, just you have to replace with the I and j. For example, if you print the I value, remember that if you print the I value here, you will get all are equal. See that here nothing to change anything, simply if you print the I value 1, see the 2 2 3 3 3 4 4 4, you will get. In the similar way, if you print the j value, it will give the incremental way. So like 1 1 2 1 2 3 like this logic you have to remember. So if you want to get the same value in the row wise, go for I print. If you want to print the incremental approach, you have to print the j value. But logic will be same. That what I told you, right? The pattern always depends on the for loops. The values depend on this print statement. Two things you require to understand, as I mentioned already. So one is pattern depends on loops, how you configured, okay? And second line, values depends on, so values depends on print statement, okay? So based on your requirement, you can configure that. These two only you have to remember. So values is always depends what you mention in the print. Pattern depends on how you, these two loops you configure. That is only you have to understand, okay? So now if I'm printing the j value, you will get output like this, okay? So if I'm printing the I value, you will print the, see that you will print the values like this, 1 2 2 2 3 3 4 4 like this. You want, I hope you understand, right, everybody? Is it clear as of now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, anyway, you already written the this logic for star printing, right? So I'm going with another pattern with one time I, another time j, another time incremental way, like that with another character. So it may cover two things. One is different value types, another one different types of patterns also. Instead of using the same pattern for everything, we can change it, okay? So now I will change to, so first one you completed like what do you call, stars printing completed, right? So now we will go with another one. Let's take horizontal completed. Yeah, reverse way we can print it now, okay? Let's take I'm printing, let's take one. Okay, now what I'm trying to reverse way I'm printing, okay? 4 spaces then 1, okay? Now 2 spaces, now 2, now 3 will getting like this. See, I hope you understand, right? So this is the next way of printing the values. This is my expected output, okay? This is expected output. So initially we print the pattern in the left side, right? Now I want to print the same pattern in right side onwards, okay? So now how we will print, now we will see. So for example, if you see here, we require to understand two things.
Sir,
One is,
we can use minus symbol. I
yes,
minus
minus
one.
symbol. Similarly, we require to provide the spaces. That is important. Like see, instead of, I mean that say, if you print only one also, it will print starting only. It doesn't print the third position, right? So here we require to manage two things. One is value printing, another one space printing also. We have to provide the spaces properly. Then only we have to give this kind of patterns. Remember the next point only. Always, no problem. So remember always, if your values are starting from starting position similarly in previous like this, you don't require to bother about the spaces. But if you want to print value something like this, you also bother about spaces. So two things we have to write in this, okay? So now let me, the number of values is equal to like this only, there's no doubt. But the spaces also we have to take care, right? See, I'm telling very clearly how it is. So here what I'm trying to do, I'm giving n only in this logic. That means n by n matrix you are getting, okay? So now I'm going to run this code. You see, you are getting n by n. Okay, now 1, 2, 2, see all are you are getting. Now what is our requirement? See, in the first case, first two should be spaces. In second case, the second two should be spaces. So here also, sorry, n plus 1 equal, right? We should get equal cases. Yeah. Now you see, these three ones should be space, and after that these two, and after that this one. These are the spaces which required. So if you clearly observe, okay, so the spaces is equal to n minus 1 row number, because in the first case if you observe the row number is 1, okay, what is the n value here? 4. So 4 minus 1, how much? It is 3. So that is equal to spaces. In second case, n minus 2, that is 2. So that is the logic what I'm doing. You see, clearly observe here what I'm trying to do. For I comma, okay, sorry, 1 comma, what is the end value here? I'm using for spaces, I'm telling n minus I. N minus I means it will give you, n means let's take 4. So 4 minus 1, what is that? 3. But as we know, it will give you the range to the minus 1, right? So we have to add the plus 1 to give the exact number. So this many spaces I want. So now here don't give anything, just you can print here space. That's it. Only space you require. And you can already one space is there. Okay. Now another for loop for printing the values. That is initial logic. Very simple. What is that? So two for loops, one for loop for spaces, another for loop for values. This kind of patterns will be like this we are printing. For I in range n comma, here we have to give simply I plus 1. That's it. So this will give you the value. So anyway, all values should be equal. So we have to print the I instead of j. Okay. అంతవా బట్ అది ఉంది కదా నో నో హ్యాండ్స్ ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఒక హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ తర్వాత వస్తున్నా 30 minutes ఓకేనా హ్యాండ్ వాష్ చేసుకుని వెళ్తావు 30 minutes తర్వాత ఓకే see here I'm going to be running this logic now, whether we are getting or not. See, whatever I said, you see you got the logic. Now 1 2 2 3 3 3 3 4 4 4, see that. If I'm giving here 5, yes, it depends on the n value, so it doesn't break your logic. Any number it will print. So if you want to print the values from starting onwards, you require to write only for loop, only one for loop, that is to print the values. But if you want to print the values with spaces like this pattern, okay, you have to remember always one loop you should write for space management, another for loop you have to write for value management. So columns with the spaces, this one I'm writing a comment also, and here columns for values. And one more thing here I mentioned, if I want to print the values with equal to rows, then we have to go for to print the I value, not the j. So this is the second way of printing the pattern. Please write it down. And even you can write this output also now, so that you can remember the pattern for what అనేది గుర్తుంటుంది.
సార్
చెప్పనా?
ఎప్పుడు అదే ఏం సార్ టాపిక్ ఏంటి అసలు లేట్ అయిపోయింది సార్.
ప్యాటర్న్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ప్యాటర్న్స్ ప్రింట్ చేయడం చూస్తున్నాము. ఈ ప్యాటర్న్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో ఈ ప్యాటర్న్స్ ప్రింట్ చేయడం ఎలా అని చెప్తున్నాను. ఈ ప్యాటర్న్స్ ఆల్రెడీ
ఓకే
రికార్డింగ్
ఓకే
పెట్టాను, ఆ రికార్డింగ్ షేర్ చేస్తాను, మీకు బ్యాకప్ వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? బట్ ఫస్ట్
ఓకే సార్
ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నుంచి
ఓకే
మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. ఇంకొక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను, మేబీ యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్. ఓకే
ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే. So completed writing, all of you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now third variation will go with, okay. So okay, we'll go with reverse way. Okay, let's take 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we want 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and then 1. So this is the next what I want to execute the logic for this. Okay, so here it's purely decremental way. So first we have to print which is equal to n value, and then we have to decrement the each value by 1 to 1. Okay, so that is the logic. And here if you see it's an incremental way, so we have to print the j value instead of I. Okay, so first anyway, as we know, I'm just printing all the values once again to make it you go understand. No need of spaces again, I'm telling you, right? The value starting from starting means there's no need of spaces, only values. And here it is now j. Now run it. So now you see we got it. Sorry, we given I plus 1, right? Instead of that we have to give the n plus 1. Okay. Yeah, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3, see that you got the basic structure now, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. But if you observe that first one anyway 1 2 3 4, but second one value reduced, third one's two values, fourth one three values. So likewise the number of values getting reduced, right? So that is what I'm doing. So here decrement approach. So decrement means max to min. So first we have to take the 1 comma, instead of n plus 1 we have to give n plus 1 to the 1. So reverse approach, okay. And here n plus 1 means anyway it will give you the same values only, definitely. See that, oh sorry, we didn't give the minus 1, right? It will decrement means we have to give the minus 1. Yeah, see that 5432 and 5432 cutting, but here decrement means it will start with n and it should end with 0, okay. 4321 4321 4321, see that. But as I mentioned here, value should be, it is like 1 2 3 4 only, but the shape will be like this, right? So now instead of here 0, so here what do we want to do? Starting value, I value will be 1. So 1 means we can write n minus I, okay. Just check it out what will come. 4343, no no. Ah, here 1 only, because it has to start 1 and it is end with n plus 1, okay. It should be incremented by 1 only. This is correct only. Now the second row should minus to 1 value. That means second value means I. Okay, n plus 1 means 4 minus I. Okay, 1 second. Sorry. Alright. We'll check what happened now. Yeah, 1 2 3 1 2. We got it right. So now another thing we have to write, instead of n plus 1, give the n plus 2. So that means one more value will increment. So now you see we got the logic, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 1. So now what I meant, see that the number of rows should be equal to 4, right? So here what I'm trying to explain, n plus 2 means, n means it is 4, right? 4 plus 2 6, okay. 6 for the first time I value what is 1, right? So 6 minus 1 5, so that's why it is stopping with 4. Similarly I is keep on incrementing, so the minus value keep on incrementing, the minus I be written, right? So 6 first it will give you 6 minus 1, that is 5, second and 6 minus 2, that is 4, third and 6 minus 3 3, like that 1 value will be decremented. So that's why your printing of the values will be decremented likewise, okay. So this is the third way of printing. But as I mentioned, right, by just seeing this or by just whatever I'm telling, by listening you cannot understand, okay. So after this class I will share this link with you, as I mentioned just before, okay. So as much as possible you can try this all logics today, so then you can understand the logics whatever I explained. See, these are all what do you call that logics only, I mean to say whatever I told you, right? Based on that they explain the logic. So try to understand this all, you can get it the points whatever I told you, okay. But otherwise you can't understand by just looking that. So try more and more these examples, you can understand, okay. And if you see, like example in this only, if you want to see, like I want to get 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, like that, if you keep on increment, then you should take one extra variable called k. Let's take example k equal to 1, okay. Instead of j you have to print the k, and each time you have to increment the k by 1. So k plus is equal to 1. Now you see you will keep on increment the value whatever I am using, like see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, like this. So this is also another way of getting the values. But next example I will with incremental way, for characters I'm using instead of for numbers, but I'm just explaining how it will be achieved, so it is easy to understand only. Now here we printing with j, right? So now print the j value, okay. Yeah, now write this logic, Nana. We'll go with another question, another pattern with alphabets. Please write it down. I will go with another logic with alphabets. Yeah, is it done, Anna? So the last one I'm going for showing triangle shape. Okay, so triangle shape means, like, if you observe here, yeah, this one. So if you see, it is printing center alignment. Okay, so this is we called what we call triangle shape. Okay, so here also we have to manage the spaces, as I mentioned, right? We have to, if you want to provide the space before the values, means we have to cover that particular value. So I'm taking this logic only here. Okay, or else we can use the same logic also, doesn't make. Okay, I will change otherwise the same logic only, instead of to make it to avoid the confusion here. So n equal to, here I'm taking, let's take 5. Okay, for I in range of, as we know, for I in range of n plus 1, because to make it equal, add m in range, so here we using I, right? I we can take D. Here we are taking j and n comma, so n means the given value. One second, 0 minus 1, it will decrement the value, and here it is j and it is I. One second, m. Okay, rm, right? Rm means j. Okay, print space is printing. Okay, and now it is nothing but k, as per before understanding, and after that, if not else, print the k value. Here we are printing, and just k plus is equal to 1, so it will keep on giving the values. That is what the idea. And here, after that, print is not required. So same logic. Okay, just they mentioned, instead of that, like they change it to some of the attributes, but same output you are getting. See that 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. No, but it is not our expected, right? We have to give the proper space. Then one second. I think this is the shape we are not expecting. Okay, I think this space, this pattern is different, I think. Okay, so this is like for spaces and followed by values. Okay, just we did it. This is already okay. We don't want this one. We want something. One second. Triangle shape we want, right? I will try to get that shape if it is available. Otherwise, we can think about our logic. Yes, this one I think equilateral triangle, right? For this, the codes are different. Yes, this is somewhat different. Okay, so equal to, for k in range of 0 comma yes, for m in range of 0 comma y. Y means yes, this is the value we have to write for printing the shape. Okay, so that means here 0 comma s, so 1 comma n plus 1. Okay, and k equal to 1, and for j in range of 0 comma the value which we copied just now. Okay, 2 into here s means it is I. So even numbers, it is indirectly even numbers will print, odd numbers will give the spaces. That is the idea of that. Print and equal to space. Okay, so that means we want to give the space, so there is no logic required here. Yeah, print space. Okay, okay, done. And then we should keep on I mean that after this we have to decrement the y value as -1. What is the y value here? Y we required. Okay, and after that it is for m in raise, that is a value printing. Okay, so here another for loop. First for loop for managing the spaces, second for loop for manage printing the value. So here I'm writing k means, here it is I plus 1, and here instead of star we want to repeat the value, so k. Okay, and after that, here we have to keep on print the increment the k value, so k plus is equal to 1 now. Okay, we'll try to run this. What happens, we'll see. Oh my goodness, different shape k. We'll see. First, for I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. Okay, 5 rows will come. Let's take, if I'm giving 5, what is the outcome? Okay, we go with first of all 3. So the expected pattern for this is 3 means first 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here also one value should come right as per the shape. Yeah. సో అంటే మనకి షేప్ ఇలా ఉండాలి నాన్న అంటే ట్రయాంగిల్ షేప్ అంటే జనరల్గా లేదా 2 డిజిట్స్ కూడా రావచ్చు అంటే 2 అంటే కొంచెం స్పేస్ ఇచ్చి 2 తర్వాత 3 ఇలా కూడా రావచ్చు మనకు ఇక్కడ కొంచెం చిన్నగా ఉంటుంది. కొంచెం షేప్ ఏదో మిస్ అవుతుంది నాకు. ఒకదాని తర్వాత 2, 2 తర్వాత 3 అంతే. ఒకదాని కింద 2, 2 తర్వాత 3 అంటే సెంటర్‌లోకి వెళ్తది వాల్యూ. అంటే 7 ఇది 7 ఇలా రావాలి మన షేప్ ఇప్పుడు. So here if you observe that we want to print the 2 spaces, first value is 1 space and then no space. Okay. So here how to manage that. చెప్పాను కూర్చో కూర్చో.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me, Anna.
Sir, automation testing you will taking today as well, right?
No, not taking. Only Python only.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah, see, the shape is came. So here the only thing is we require to manage the shape of the spaces. So here if you see properly given the 3 spaces, now you are getting the expected output how it looks like we given in the outcome. See that. But only thing we are keep on incrementing the value. That's why we are getting the 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. But here for each iteration we want increment. So keep this k plus 1 outside. So you will get the incremental value. Like see that 1. Oh, sorry. What happened? For each row, no. So that means Here what happened then? K equal to k plus 1 means now k value it is 1, and then 1 2 again it is starting with sorry, I think it should be outside. K equal to 1 also outside. Now you will get, see, 1 to 1 keep on continuing number, see that. Yeah, 1 2 3 4 5, see that. Okay, so likewise we can print the values now, k equal k plus 1. Okay, so this is the another shape of output. Okay, make it note. హలో, అయిపోయి చెప్పండి అన్న.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకేనా, అయిపోయిందా?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే. Yeah, simple, no? It's the first logic what I mentioned, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I want to print alphabets in this part. Okay. If you want alphabets, so there is a special two things we have to take care. First one, two functions will be used for odd. So ORD, odd of capital A. Okay. So this odd will give you, this is inbuilt function in Python, will give you ASCII value of the given character. Nana. So now n value which is having the ASCII of the A is 65. Okay. So now it will print our we want to sorry not the n, sorry, n will be our number of iterations. Now another variable we can take k equal to, I'm taking this one. Okay. Sorry, k equal to odd of a. Okay, so this will give you ASCII value of the a because we want alphabets, right? That's what, if you want to print any pattern alphabets, this logic we have to implement now. Okay, so like now if you want to print the characters, so simply we can typecast the character by chr of k. Okay, so the chr will convert the ord will give you the ASCII value of given character. The reverse, the if you provide the ASCII value, the reverse of the ASCII will character, right? To convert KCHR function will be used. And now what I'm trying to do, k is equal to k plus 1. Now you see, you will get alphabets the same pattern. You see that A, B, C, D, E, F. See if you observe that. So this is how the alphabets you can print using the Python. Okay, so two things, one function odd, I mean that it will define the starting character of your particular alphabets, and the chr will convert your ASCII value into original character and print it on the screen. So to print alphabets in the pattern, you should use these two things. You have to be careful about it. Okay, and note it down. And this is the last program for today, and please I will forward after some time the recording in the group. Just go through the recording, and if you have doubts, go clean it. And I will also share the link before I show you, so try to do some of the examples from the link. And still if you have any doubts, you can ask me on Wednesday. Okay, and this is all about your Python patterns concept. Okay, and if time permits, I will ping you evening like for tomorrow, whether I will take the automation class or not. So tomorrow I won't take the Python class. If time permits, I will take the automation. Otherwise, directly Wednesday I will take the automation. Please note it down. If you
Okay.
completed, tell me.
That audio class recorded provided sir today's class.
Today, this recording class I will provide you in the our charts. I will share with you.
ఎప్పుడు సార్ ఎప్పుడు
ఇప్పుడేనా నా క్లాస్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఆటోమేటిక్ రాదు కదా, క్లాస్ అయిన తర్వాత రికార్డింగ్ సేవ్ అవుద్ది, సేవ్ అయిన తర్వాత మీకు షేర్ చేస్తాను గ్రూప్లో.
సరే
యా, ఈ క్లాస్ బంద్ స్టాప్ అయిపోతే రికార్డింగ్ సేవ్ అవుద్ది, సేవ్ అయిన తర్వాత మీకు షేర్ చేస్తాను గ్రూప్లో.
సార్ రేపు క్లాస్ లేదా?
That's what I'm mentioning, Nana. Tomorrow there is no class in the office. Online, if time permits, I will take the automation class. Today I've covered 2 classes of Python, right? So tomorrow I will cover, if time permits, I will take the automation. Otherwise, directly Wednesday. So there is no, I'm not coming tomorrow. Office will be open, but I'm not coming to the office tomorrow.
అవును సార్. అదే ఫ్రైడే చెప్పారు కదా మీరు.
ఓకే.
అవును.
Same. Yeah. సో రేపు ఆఫీస్కి రావట్లేదు, నేను ఇంట్లోనే ఉంటాను. సో రేపు అదే అంటున్నాను, టైం నాకు కుదిరితే మార్నింగ్ టైంలో ఆటోమేషన్ తీసుకోండి. ఎందుకంటే ఈరోజు ఆటోమేషన్ తీసుకోలేదు కదా, రేపు ఆటోమేషన్ తీసుకుంటా. లేదు అంటే రేపు వెన్స్డేనే తీసుకుంటాను ఇంకా ఆటోమేషన్.
రేపు 11:30కే సార్.
నేను చెప్తానన్న, ఈవినింగ్ చెప్తాను నేను. నా టైం బట్టి
ఓకే.
నేను పింగ్ చేస్తాను. ఏ చెప్పింది.
ఓకే సార్.
యా, బట్ యాజ్ ఐ మెన్షన్డ్ ఆల్రెడీ, సో మీకు కొన్ని టాస్క్లు ఇచ్చాను, అవి అయితే కంప్లీట్ చేసుకొని రండి. అది కంప్లీట్ చేయకుండా, ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయకుండా నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తే మాత్రం వెన్స్డే క్లాస్ తీసుకొని చెప్తున్నా. సో నాకు ఒకటి ఈ ప్యాటర్న్స్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి, రెండోది మీకు ఇచ్చిన టాస్క్ ప్రకారము కొత్త బ్యాచ్ వాళ్ళకి ఆల్రెడీ బేసిక్స్ మీద కండిషనల్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ టాస్క్లు ఇచ్చిన అవి కంప్లీట్ చేసుకొని రావాలి. అండ్ అలానే ఆటోమేషన్ టాస్క్ ఇచ్చాను, అవి కంప్లీట్ చేసుకొని రావాలి. సో ఇవన్నీ నేను వెన్స్డే రోజు చెక్ చేస్తాను ఎంతవరకు కంప్లీట్ చేశాను ప్రాక్టీస్. Is it completed?
సార్ కండిషన్స్ మీద క్వశ్చన్స్
Yes, sir.
ఏదైనా
ఇచ్చారా? కండిషన్స్ మీద క్వశ్చన్స్
పెట్టిన నవంబర్ బ్యాచ్ లో పెట్టినట్టున్నా ఒకసారి ఆగండి చూస్తాను. డిసెంబర్ బ్యాచ్ కదా ఇగో పెట్టాను కదా ఇంకోటి కండిషనల్ స్టేట్మెంట్ టాస్క్లు.
ఓకే ఓకే
ఇందులో ఉన్నాయి కండిషనల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్, ఇందులో నీవి కంప్లీట్ చేసుకొని ఉంటాయి ఎల్లుండి వచ్చినట్టు.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే, ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్?
సార్ నేను సార్ జ్ఞానేష్.
చెప్పండి.
సార్ రెజ్యూమ్ ఫార్వర్డ్ చేసాను, ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసి.
చూసాను అంత బాగానే ఉంది.
ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈజ్ ఓకే కదా సార్?
everything is okay.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.